Focus is one of the most powerful tools at your disposal, yet it is also one of the most elusive. In a world full of distractions, staying focused on a single task can feel nearly impossible. The ability to focus, however, is what separates those who achieve success from those who simply dream about it. Focus is not just about avoiding distractions. It's about honing your attention on a single objective and putting in the necessary effort to achieve it. The world is full of noise, but success requires the ability to block out that noise and direct your energy toward what truly matters. At its core, focus is about channeling your energy and efforts into a singular pursuit with unwavering attention. It's a muscle that needs to be developed and strengthened over time, but once it's built, it becomes one of your most valuable assets. When you are able to focus, you are able to give your best, uninterrupted performance, leading to higher productivity, better results, and ultimately, success. One of the first steps in mastering focus is recognizing the distractions that stand in your way. Distractions come in many forms, from external factors like social media and noise to internal factors such as negative thoughts and self-doubt. These distractions pull you away from your goals and dilute your attention. The key to overcoming them lies in awareness and self-control. If you want to master focus, you must first understand what distracts you and create strategies to minimize or eliminate those distractions. Recognizing the patterns of distraction in your life is an essential first step. Do you find yourself scrolling through social media during work hours? Are you constantly interrupted by emails, texts, or phone calls? Do you allow your mind to wander when you should be working? Once you identify the distractions that steal your attention, you can take action to reduce or eliminate them. Start by setting clear boundaries with technology, creating designated times to check emails or social media, and setting a schedule that prioritizes your most important tasks. Removing distractions is not just about reducing external interruptions. It's also about managing your inner world. Negative thoughts, fear, and self-doubt can also pull you away from your focus. These internal distractions can be more challenging to manage because they are often deeply ingrained patterns of thinking. When fear or doubt creeps in, it can be difficult to stay focused on your goals. But just as with external distractions, you can learn to manage these internal obstacles. One of the most effective ways to overcome internal distractions is through mindfulness and self-awareness. By becoming more aware of your thoughts and emotions, you can catch negative patterns early and redirect your attention back to your task. Meditation, journaling, and other mindfulness practices can help you build this awareness and strengthen your ability to stay focused in the face of distractions. Another critical element of focus is goal setting. It's difficult to stay focused if you don't know exactly what you're working toward. Without a clear goal, you are more likely to drift aimlessly, pulled in different directions by every distraction that comes your way. Setting clear, specific, and measurable goals is crucial to maintaining focus. Your goals should be aligned with your values and aspirations so that you are working toward something meaningful and motivating. Once you have set your goals, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. This allows you to focus on one task at a time and gives you a sense of accomplishment as you complete each step. The clearer your goals, the easier it becomes to focus your efforts toward achieving them. The next step in developing focus is creating a productive environment. Your physical environment has a direct impact on your ability to concentrate. If your workspace is cluttered or disorganized, it can be difficult to maintain focus. Taking the time to clean and organize your space can help create a sense of order and calm, which in turn makes it easier to focus on the task at hand. In addition to a clean workspace, it's also important to eliminate physical distractions. This might mean turning off your phone, closing unnecessary tabs on your computer, or setting up a quiet, dedicated space for deep work. By removing external distractions, you create an environment that supports your focus and allows you to work more effectively. Another key element of focus is the ability to stay present. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the past or the future. We often spend our time ruminating on past mistakes or worrying about future outcomes. But the only moment that truly matters is the present moment. When you focus on the present, you are able to give your full attention to the task at hand. This requires discipline and mindfulness, but it is a skill that can be developed with practice. When you notice your mind drifting to the past or future, gently bring your attention back to the present and refocus on what you're doing. The ability to stay present is not only important for maintaining focus, but it also improves the quality of your work. When you are fully present, you are able to engage deeply with the task, leading to better ideas, greater creativity, and higher quality results. A significant part of focusing on yourself involves recognizing the importance of effort. Focusing on one task or goal at a time is important, but just as crucial is the amount of effort you are willing to invest. Focused work is not just about mental concentration, it's also about consistent and dedicated effort. Success comes not from sporadic bursts of activity, but from sustained, focused effort over time. Building the habit of working hard day in and day out is what ultimately leads to success. Focused effort is what moves the needle forward, even when progress seems slow. The key is to stay consistent and trust that every step you take brings you closer to your goal. Finally, remember that the journey toward mastering focus is a process. It's not something that happens overnight. Like any skill, focus takes time and practice to develop. Be patient with yourself, and understand that you will encounter setbacks along the way. The important thing is to stay committed and keep practicing. Over time, you will build the mental strength and discipline needed to focus deeply and consistently. Focus is not something that can be turned on and off at will. It's a skill that must be cultivated and nurtured. By committing to the practice of focus, eliminating distractions, and creating an environment that supports your goals, you can unlock your full potential and achieve the success you desire. Self-discipline is one of the cornerstones of success, yet it is also one of the most difficult qualities to cultivate. It requires the ability to control your impulses, stay focused on your long-term goals, and make choices that align with your values and aspirations, even when it's hard. It's easy to get caught up in the allure of immediate gratification, whether it's a tempting distraction, a fleeting pleasure, or the desire for quick results. But true success doesn't come from seeking instant rewards. It comes from the ability to delay gratification and stay committed to your goals, no matter how long it takes. Self-discipline is not about being perfect or always doing the right thing. It's about consistency and perseverance. It's about making the right choice over and over again, even when it feels difficult or inconvenient. The key to developing self-discipline lies in building good habits, creating an environment that supports your goals, and fostering a mindset that prioritizes long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. One of the most important aspects of self-discipline is setting clear, achievable goals. Without clear goals, it's easy to drift aimlessly, pulled in different directions by distractions and temptations. Self-discipline thrives on clarity. When you know exactly what you want to achieve, it becomes easier to stay focused on the actions needed to get there. The process of setting goals involves identifying what is most important to you, breaking down your larger objectives into smaller, more manageable steps, and then committing to those steps, no matter how challenging they may seem. Clear goals provide you with direction and purpose, which helps you resist distractions and stay on track. Once you have set your goals, the next step is to create a plan for achieving them. A plan is like a roadmap. It tells you where you need to go and how to get there. Without a plan, even the best intentions can easily falter. The key to successful planning is making your goals actionable. Instead of vague statements like, "I want to get fit," break your goal down into specific actions such as, "I will exercise for 30 minutes every day," or, "I will meal prep on Sundays to ensure I eat healthy all week." When your goals are broken down into specific tasks, it becomes easier to take action and stay disciplined. Creating a daily routine that supports your goals is another critical component of self-discipline. A routine helps you establish structure and consistency in your day, which makes it easier to stay on track. When you have a routine, your mind doesn't have to waste energy figuring out what to do next. Instead, you can focus on doing the task at hand. Silence is often underestimated in our fast-paced, noisy world. We are constantly bombarded with information, noise, and distractions that pull our attention in 1,000 different directions. Yet, in this age of constant connectivity, silence has become a rare and valuable commodity. It is in silence that we find clarity, creativity, and the space to reflect deeply on our thoughts and goals. Silence is not merely the absence of sound, it is the presence of focus, calm, and deep thought. When we allow ourselves to sit in silence, we create the mental space necessary for meaningful reflection, problem-solving, and self-discovery. It is in this quiet space that we can listen to our inner voice, connect with our true selves, and make decisions that are aligned with our values and long-term objectives. Embracing silence allows us to detach from the distractions of the external world and tune into our own thoughts and feelings. It is through this inner quiet that we gain clarity and perspective, which are essential for making better decisions, achieving goals, and ultimately leading a fulfilling life. One of the primary benefits of silence is its ability to foster creativity. When we are constantly surrounded by noise, whether it's the chatter of social media, the demands of others, or the noise in our own minds, it can be difficult to access our creative potential. Creativity requires space to flourish, and silence provides that space. It allows our minds to wander freely, to connect seemingly unrelated ideas, and to explore new perspectives. When we step away from the constant stimulation of the outside world, we allow our creative minds to process information, make connections, and come up with innovative solutions. This is why some of the most creative ideas often come to us during moments of solitude or silence. Whether it's in the shower, while walking in nature, or when we're alone with our thoughts. Silence also has a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. In a world that constantly demands our attention, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information we consume on a daily basis. Silence provides a reprieve from this constant stimulation, allowing our minds to rest and recharge. It helps reduce stress, improve focus, and enhance our overall sense of calm. In the quiet moments, we can process our emotions, reflect on our experiences, and gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. The ability to find peace in silence is essential for maintaining emotional balance, especially in a world that can often feel chaotic and overwhelming. Silence also plays a crucial role in developing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, as well as the emotions of others. By cultivating silence, we create the space necessary for emotional awareness and self-regulation. When we are constantly surrounded by noise, we may struggle to connect with our own emotions, let alone understand the emotions of others. Silence, however, allows us to reflect on our emotional state and process our feelings in a healthy way. It also enables us to practice mindfulness and develop a deeper awareness of our reactions, which is key to managing emotions effectively. In relationships, silence is just as important as communication. While verbal communication is essential for expressing thoughts and feelings, silence allows for listening, reflection, and understanding. Sometimes, the most meaningful conversations happen not through words, but through moments of quiet presence. In silence, we create the space to truly listen to others without judgment or distraction. It's in this stillness that we can connect on a deeper level and build more meaningful, authentic relationships. Silence also plays a vital role in personal growth and self-discipline. In a world that encourages constant activity and noise, silence forces us to slow down and reflect. It's in these quiet moments that we can examine our thoughts, our goals, and our progress. By stepping away from the distractions of daily life, we give ourselves the opportunity to reassess our priorities, evaluate our actions, and make necessary adjustments. Silence provides the clarity needed to realign ourselves with our core values and long-term objectives. In fact, one of the most powerful ways to cultivate discipline and focus is by regularly creating moments of silence in our daily routines. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few moments to pause and breathe, silence helps us reconnect with our purpose and our inner strength. As we navigate the demands of life, it can be easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But in the stillness of silence, we are reminded of our goals, our passions, and the bigger picture. Silence serves as a grounding force, helping us stay centered and focused as we move forward on our journey. Another profound benefit of silence is its ability to promote deep thinking and problem-solving. In the noise and bustle of daily life, it can be difficult to think critically and creatively. But when we intentionally create moments of quiet, we allow our minds to process information more effectively. Silence encourages us to slow down, to think before we act, and to approach problems with a clear and focused mind. It is in these quiet moments that we are able to explore different solutions, weigh the pros and cons, and make thoughtful decisions. Whether we're grappling with a personal dilemma, a career challenge, or a creative block, silence provides the space needed to think clearly and find the answers we seek. Silence also allows us to connect with our deeper sense of purpose and meaning. In our busy lives, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily responsibilities. But without moments of quiet reflection, it's easy to lose sight of why we do what we do. Silence helps us reconnect with our values, our passions, and our long-term vision. It allows us to step back from the demands of everyday life and gain a clearer perspective on what truly matters to us. By embracing silence, we create the space to listen to our inner voice and make decisions that are aligned with our true selves. In a world that often values constant activity and noise, silence can be seen as a radical act. It's a powerful tool for self-discovery, creativity, emotional growth, and personal discipline. By incorporating more silence into our lives, we give ourselves the opportunity to connect with our inner wisdom, reflect on our goals, and gain the clarity and focus needed to move forward. Silence is not something to be feared or avoided. It is a gift that allows us to cultivate peace, focus, and resilience in an increasingly noisy world. Setting clear and meaningful goals is one of the most crucial steps on the path to personal growth and achievement. Without goals, we are like a ship adrift in the vast ocean with no destination or direction. Goals provide us with the compass we need to navigate through life, giving us a sense of purpose and guiding our actions towards something greater. When we set goals, we are essentially creating a roadmap for success, outlining where we want to go and how we plan to get there. But the key to setting effective goals is not simply stating what we want. It's about crafting goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This is known as the SMART goal framework, and it provides a clear structure for turning our dreams into actionable steps. The first element of a SMART goal is specificity. A goal that is vague or broad is difficult to pursue because it lacks clarity. Instead of setting a goal like, "I want to be successful," reframe it into something specific, such as, "I want to increase my income by 20% in the next year," or, "I want to complete a marathon in 6 months." The more specific the goal, the easier it is to focus your efforts and measure your progress. Being specific about your goals also helps you identify the actions required to achieve them. Once you've defined your goal clearly, the next step is to make it measurable. Without measurable criteria, it becomes difficult to track your progress and know when you've achieved your goal. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, instead of saying, "I want to get in better shape," make it measurable by stating, "I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months." This way you can monitor your progress and make adjustments as needed. Measurable goals provide you with a sense of accomplishment as you see the results of your efforts over time. Achievability is another crucial aspect of goal setting. While it's important to dream big, it's equally important to set goals that are realistic and attainable. Setting an unattainably high goal can lead to frustration and discouragement, while setting a goal that is too easy may not push you to grow. To ensure your goal is achievable, consider your current resources, skills, and circumstances. If you're aiming to run a marathon but have never run before, setting a goal to complete a marathon in a month might be unrealistic. Instead, set a more achievable goal, such as running a 5K in 3 months, and gradually increase your distance over time. By setting goals that challenge you but are within reach, you'll build momentum and stay motivated. Relevance is another key consideration when setting goals. Your goals should align with your values and long-term vision. When your goals are relevant, they feel meaningful and motivating, which increases the likelihood that you will stay committed to achieving them. If your goal is to climb the corporate ladder, but you're deeply passionate about starting your own business, the corporate goal may not be relevant to your deeper aspirations. To stay driven and focused, make sure your goals are connected to your personal values, passions, and life purpose. When your goals resonate with your authentic self, they become powerful sources of motivation and energy. The final element of a SMART goal is time-bound. Setting a deadline for achieving your goal is essential because it creates a sense of urgency and helps you stay on track. Without a time frame, it's easy to procrastinate and let your goal slip to the back burner. A time-bound goal has a specific time frame for completion, which helps you prioritize your actions and maintain a sense of accountability. For example, instead of saying, "I want to get better at public speaking," set a time-bound goal such as, "I will give a public speech to a group of 50 people within the next 6 months." The deadline gives you a clear time frame to work toward, allowing you to break down the necessary steps and stay focused on your progress. Once you've crafted a SMART goal, it's important to break it down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Large goals can feel overwhelming, and it's easy to get lost in the complexity of the process. Breaking your goal down into smaller steps allows you to focus on one task at a time, making the process less daunting and more achievable. For example, if your goal is to write a book, you can break it down into smaller tasks such as writing a certain number of words per day, creating an outline, or researching your topic. By focusing on small, actionable steps, you build momentum and make steady progress toward your larger goal. Writing your goals down and reviewing them regularly is also a powerful tool for staying focused and committed. When you write your goals down, you externalize your intentions and make them more tangible. Writing them on paper or in a digital format allows you to visualize your goals and track your progress over time. Regularly reviewing your goals helps you stay accountable and reassess your priorities if needed. It also serves as a reminder of your purpose and keeps you motivated, especially during moments when challenges arise. Visualization is another technique that can help strengthen your commitment to your goals. By mentally picturing yourself achieving your goal, You create a sense of connection and excitement that fuels your motivation. Visualizing the end result also helps you anticipate obstacles and plan strategies for overcoming them. The more vividly you can picture your success, the more likely you are to stay focused and put in the necessary effort to achieve it. It's also important to embrace flexibility and adjust your goals as needed. While having a clear plan is essential, life is unpredictable and circumstances can change. If you encounter unexpected challenges or realize that your initial goal is no longer aligned with your values, it's okay to adjust your plan. The ability to adapt and pivot is an important part of goal setting. Instead of viewing obstacles or changes as setbacks, see them as opportunities for growth and refinement. Achieving your goals is not a linear process, and it's important to remain open to course correction along the way. As you work toward your goals, celebrate the small wins along the way. Recognizing progress, even in small steps, helps keep you motivated and reinforces the positive behaviors that lead to success. By celebrating small victories, you build confidence and remind yourself that you are making progress, even when the final result may still be far off. Remember that goal setting is not just about achieving the end result. It's about the journey and the growth you experience along the way. Every step you take toward your goal builds your skills, resilience, and character. While the destination is important, the process of working toward your goals is where the true growth happens. Setting clear and meaningful goals gives you a sense of direction, purpose, and motivation. By following the SMART goal framework, breaking your goals down into smaller tasks, and staying committed to the process, you set yourself up for success. Remember that goals are not just a means to an end, they are a reflection of your values, aspirations, and the life you want to create. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and keep moving forward, knowing that each step brings you closer to your vision. The importance of internal motivation cannot be overstated when it comes to achieving long-term success. Motivation is the driving force that propels us forward, especially during difficult times when external rewards and recognition are far off. External factors such as praise from others, material rewards, or societal recognition may offer temporary bursts of motivation, but they are not sustainable. Internal motivation, on the other hand, comes from within. It is the desire to pursue goals based on personal values, passion, and a sense of purpose. When we are internally motivated, we are driven by the satisfaction and fulfillment of the work itself, rather than the external rewards we may receive. This type of motivation is far more powerful because it does not depend on external circumstances, which can be unpredictable and unreliable. Internal motivation is the fuel that keeps you going when things get tough, when there is no immediate payoff, and when the journey is long and arduous. One of the key aspects of internal motivation is understanding why you want to achieve a particular goal. When you connect with the deeper reasons behind your actions, your motivation becomes intrinsic. For example, if you are working on a fitness goal, instead of focusing solely on external outcomes like losing weight or fitting into a certain size, think about how exercise makes you feel energized, strong, and healthy. When your motivation is rooted in these deeper feelings and values, it becomes much easier to stay committed to the process, even when progress feels slow. Reflecting on your why regularly is essential for maintaining internal motivation. When you encounter setbacks or feel discouraged, revisiting the reasons behind your goals can reignite your passion and help you push forward. Another way to strengthen internal motivation is by focusing on mastery and personal growth. People who are internally motivated are not just interested in achieving a specific outcome, they are committed to the process of growth and improvement. The desire to master a skill, to learn, and to become better at what they do is a powerful form of motivation. Whether it's learning a new language, playing a musical instrument, or excelling in your career, the drive to improve and develop your abilities is often more fulfilling than achieving a specific external reward. When you focus on mastery, you are less concerned with comparisons to others or the need for external validation. Instead, you become motivated by your own progress and the satisfaction of seeing yourself improve over time. Cultivating a growth mindset is closely tied to internal motivation. People with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, effort, and learning. This mindset helps foster internal motivation because it encourages a focus on the process of growth, rather than just the end result. When you believe that your efforts will lead to improvement, you are more likely to stay motivated, even in the face of obstacles. On the other hand, a fixed mindset, the belief that your abilities are static and cannot change, can lead to a lack of motivation, especially when faced with challenges. People with a fixed mindset may feel defeated when they encounter difficulties because they view failure as a reflection of their inherent abilities. Embracing a growth mindset allows you to view challenges as opportunities for learning, which in turn fuels your internal motivation. Another powerful way to cultivate internal motivation is by setting meaningful goals. When your goals are aligned with your values and passions, you are more likely to feel intrinsically motivated to pursue them. It's important to make sure that your goals are not just based on external pressures or the expectations of others, but rather on what is meaningful and fulfilling to you. For example, if you are pursuing a career for the sole purpose of earning money or gaining prestige, your motivation may fade once you achieve those external rewards. However, if you are working toward a goal that aligns with your passions and values, the journey itself becomes fulfilling, and the intrinsic rewards of personal growth and achievement keep you moving forward. Internal motivation also thrives when we feel a sense of autonomy and control over our actions. When we have the freedom to make choices and pursue activities that we find meaningful, we are more motivated to put in the effort required to achieve our goals. On the other hand, when we feel controlled or forced into actions that don't align with our values or interests, our motivation diminishes. This is why it's essential to take ownership of your goals and ensure that the path you're on is one that resonates with you. When you are the one driving your actions, rather than being pushed by external expectations, your internal motivation flourishes. In addition to autonomy, internal motivation is strengthened by a sense of progress. One of the most motivating things is to see that you are making headway toward your goal, no matter how small the steps may be. Progress provides positive reinforcement that keeps you moving forward. It's important to celebrate small wins and acknowledge the progress you've made along the way. This not only boosts your motivation but also builds confidence in your ability to achieve your larger goals. Recognizing progress helps you stay focused on the journey, rather than becoming fixated solely on the destination. Another factor that contributes to internal motivation is the ability to enjoy the process of working toward your goals. People who are internally motivated often find joy and satisfaction in the work itself, even if it is difficult or time-consuming. This sense of enjoyment comes from being fully engaged in the activity, experiencing flow, and feeling a sense of accomplishment as you progress. When you find joy in the process, the work becomes its own reward, and you are less likely to burn out or lose motivation. Cultivating this mindset involves shifting your focus away from the external rewards and instead appreciating the satisfaction of doing meaningful work. Internal motivation is also closely linked to resilience. When you are driven by internal factors such as passion, personal growth, and mastery, you are more likely to persevere through adversity. External rewards may not be immediate, but the internal satisfaction you derive from your efforts helps you stay resilient, even when faced with challenges. People with internal motivation are more likely to bounce back from setbacks because they view obstacles as part of the journey rather than insurmountable roadblocks. They are motivated by the process, not just the outcome. Finally, to maintain internal motivation, it's essential to regularly revisit your goals and assess whether they still align with your values and long-term vision. Life circumstances, interests, and priorities change, and what motivated you at one point may no longer be as compelling. Regular reflection allows you to adjust your goals as needed and ensure that your motivation remains aligned with your deeper desires. Internal motivation is a powerful force that propels you toward success, and it can be cultivated and strengthened through a commitment to personal growth, meaningful goals, and a mindset focused on mastery. When you are internally motivated, you are driven by your own sense of purpose, passion, and fulfillment. This intrinsic drive will carry you through the challenges and obstacles that inevitably arise along the way, helping you stay focused on the journey rather than the destination. Overcoming self-doubt is one of the most powerful things you can do to unlock your potential and achieve your goals. Self-doubt is an internal barrier that can stop you in your tracks, paralyze your progress, and prevent you from reaching your true potential. It's a form of negative thinking that often stems from fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of not being good enough. While self-doubt is a natural part of the human experience, it's essential to recognize it for what it is: a limiting belief that holds you back from realizing your true capabilities. Everyone experiences self-doubt at some point in their journey, especially when they are venturing into new territory or striving to achieve something significant. It's easy to look at others who seem more successful, confident, or accomplished and feel as though you are not measuring up. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and the belief that you are somehow less deserving of success than others. However, it's important to understand that self-doubt is not a reflection of your true abilities. It's simply a mental obstacle that, while powerful, can be overcome with the right mindset and strategies. One of the first steps in overcoming self-doubt is recognizing it for what it is: a thought or belief that doesn't reflect reality. Self-doubt often stems from negative thought patterns that distort the way we view ourselves and our abilities. When we allow these thoughts to control our actions, we can become stuck in a cycle of fear and indecision. By acknowledging self-doubt as a thought, rather than an absolute truth, you can begin to challenge and reframe it. Instead of accepting the thought, "I'm not good enough," as reality, ask yourself, is this thought based on facts, or is it just a fear I'm projecting onto myself? By questioning these thoughts, you take away their power and begin to shift your mindset toward more empowering beliefs. Another powerful way to overcome self-doubt is to focus on your past successes and accomplishments. When you feel uncertain about your abilities, look back on the times when you have succeeded, especially in situations where you once doubted yourself. Reflect on the hard work, perseverance, and skills that contributed to those successes. Remind yourself that you have already proven your ability to overcome challenges and achieve your goals. Then we can see them ourselves. They can remind us of our abilities and offer support when we need it most. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help or feedback when you are feeling unsure of yourself. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people who believe in your potential can be incredibly empowering. It's important to note that overcoming self-doubt doesn't mean eliminating all fear or uncertainty. Self-doubt is a natural emotion, and it's something that everyone experiences from time to time. What matters is how you respond to it. Rather than allowing self-doubt to control your actions, use it as a signal that you need to push past your comfort zone and take action anyway. Take small steps, even if they are uncomfortable or uncertain, and trust that the more you take action despite your doubts, the more your confidence will grow. The process of overcoming self-doubt is ongoing, and it requires consistent effort. Whenever self-doubt arises, you must consciously choose to challenge it and redirect your energy toward positive, empowering actions. Over time, you'll become more resilient to the negative effects of self-doubt and more confident in your abilities. One of the most powerful ways to overcome self-doubt is to embrace failure as part of the process. Fear of failure often fuels self-doubt, but it's important to understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a stepping stone toward it. Every successful person has encountered failure along the way. What sets them apart is their ability to learn from failure, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. When you embrace failure as an opportunity for growth, you reduce the power that self-doubt holds over you. Instead of fearing failure, view it as a necessary part of your journey, one that teaches valuable lessons and brings you closer to success. In conclusion, self-doubt is a natural part of the human experience, but it doesn't have to control you. By recognizing self-doubt as a thought rather than a truth, focusing on past successes, changing your self-talk, visualizing success, seeking support, and embracing failure, you can overcome self-doubt and unlock your full potential. The key is to take action, even when you feel unsure of yourself, and trust that with time and practice, your confidence will grow. Self-doubt may never disappear entirely, but you can learn to manage it and move forward with courage, resilience, and determination. You are capable of achieving great things, and with the right mindset and strategies, you can conquer self-doubt and turn your dreams into reality. Failure is often viewed as something to be feared or avoided at all costs. We are conditioned to believe that failure is the opposite of success, and that it reflects a lack of ability or effort. However, failure is not a permanent state, nor is it a reflection of your worth or potential. In fact, failure is one of the most valuable teachers you will encounter on your journey to success. It's not something to be ashamed of or to run from, but rather something to embrace and learn from. Failure is an inevitable part of any journey toward achieving something meaningful, and it's often the key to unlocking growth, improvement, and resilience. When you fail, you have the opportunity to reflect, adapt, and come back stronger. Embracing failure allows you to view setbacks as a natural and necessary part of the process, rather than as an obstacle that halts your progress. One of the most important things to recognize about failure is that it is not a permanent state. Just because you failed at something does not mean you are a failure. It simply means that you did not succeed this time, but that doesn't define your potential or future success. Many successful people have experienced multiple failures before achieving their goals. What sets them apart is their ability to persist, learn from their mistakes, and keep going. Failure is not the end of the road, it is often just a detour, a necessary step that brings you closer to your destination. One of the most powerful lessons failure offers is the opportunity for self-reflection and learning. When we fail, we are forced to take a step back and examine what went wrong. Failure presents us with the chance to assess our actions, choices, and strategies. What could we have done differently? What did we learn from the experience? These reflections provide valuable insights that can guide our future efforts. Rather than viewing failure as something to be avoided, approach it as an opportunity to gather information, learn, and improve. The more you embrace failure as a learning experience, the more resilient you become in the face of challenges. Failure also teaches humility and the importance of perseverance. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned, but failure is often the best reminder that success is not handed to anyone on a silver platter. Success requires effort, persistence, and the ability to keep going even when the path gets difficult. Failure reminds us that the journey to success is rarely linear. It is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and unexpected turns. However, those who succeed are the ones who refuse to give up, who continue to push forward despite their failures. Each failure brings you one step closer to understanding what works and what doesn't. Overcoming failure requires developing mental toughness and resilience. Mental toughness is the ability to stay calm, focused, and positive in the face of adversity. It's about not allowing failure to define you, but instead using it as fuel to keep moving forward. Building mental toughness involves reframing failure as an opportunity for growth, rather than a sign of defeat. When you encounter failure, remind yourself that it is simply a part of the process, not an indication of your abilities or worth. You can choose to view failure as a temporary setback, not a permanent state. With practice, mental toughness becomes a habit, and you begin to approach challenges with greater confidence and resilience. Another key to overcoming failure is embracing the idea that failure is not personal. Often, we internalize failure and make it about who we are as people. We think, I failed, therefore I am a failure. However, failure is not a reflection of your character or potential. It is simply an outcome of a particular set of circumstances. It's important to separate your identity from your achievements and failures. Just because you failed at something does not mean that you are incapable of success. Failure is not a permanent label, it is just a moment in time. By understanding that failure is not personal, you can begin to detach your sense of self-worth from your achievements, which allows you to approach future challenges with a more objective, balanced perspective. One of the most powerful ways to cope with failure is to develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. Those with a growth mindset see failure as an opportunity to learn and improve, rather than as a reflection of their limitations. By embracing a growth mindset, you open yourself up to new possibilities, as you view failure not as something to fear, but as an essential part of the learning process. When you adopt this mindset, failure becomes less intimidating and more of a stepping stone toward greater success. Another important aspect of overcoming failure is building resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and continue pursuing your goals, no matter how difficult the journey may be. It involves developing a mindset that is flexible and adaptable, allowing you to recover quickly from failure and move forward with renewed determination. Resilience is a skill that can be developed over time, and it is strengthened through repeated exposure to adversity. The more you experience and overcome failure, the more resilient you become. Resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about facing it head-on, learning from it, and using it as a stepping stone to grow stronger. It's important to remember that failure is a part of the process, not the end. Just because you experience setbacks doesn't mean you should give up. In fact, setbacks are often the most powerful motivators as they force you to re-evaluate your approach, develop new strategies, and keep striving for your goals. Success is not about avoiding failure, it's about how you respond to it. Those who are able to learn from their mistakes, adapt their approach, and keep going are the ones who ultimately succeed. One of the most important things you can do when facing failure is to practice self-compassion. Failure can be hard to accept, and it's easy to become overly critical of yourself. However, being kind to yourself in the face of failure is essential for maintaining motivation and emotional well-being. Instead of beating yourself up or dwelling on your mistakes, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend in a similar situation. Remind yourself that failure is part of the journey, and that you are doing the best you can. Self-compassion helps to alleviate the negative emotions associated with failure, allowing you to approach future challenges with a clearer, more positive mindset. In conclusion, failure is not something to be feared or avoided. It is a valuable part of the process that can lead to growth, learning, and eventual success. By embracing failure as a natural part of your journey, developing resilience and mental toughness, and learning from your mistakes, you can overcome failure and use it as a stepping stone toward greater achievements. Remember, failure is not the end. It's simply an opportunity to learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. Success is not defined by how many times you fall, but by how many times you get back up. Every failure is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more determined. Keep going and you will ultimately achieve the success you desire. Mental toughness is often regarded as a critical factor in achieving success, especially when facing challenges, setbacks, and adversity. It is the inner strength that helps individuals stay focused and composed under pressure, enabling them to push through difficult situations without losing confidence or giving up. Mental toughness is not about avoiding difficulties or challenges, but rather about how we respond to them. It is about staying strong in the face of adversity and maintaining a positive, determined attitude even when things don't go as planned. The ability to be mentally tough is something that can be developed over time with practice, perseverance, and the right mindset. Mental toughness begins with the understanding that challenges and obstacles are a natural part of life. It's easy to think that successful people have it all figured out, that they don't face difficulties or moments of doubt. However, the truth is that everyone faces challenges at some point. The difference lies in how individuals handle those challenges. Mentally tough people see obstacles as opportunities to grow and improve, rather than as insurmountable barriers. They understand that difficulties are temporary and that perseverance will ultimately lead to success. The first aspect of mental toughness is the ability to stay focused, even when distractions and difficulties arise. In today's world, distractions are abundant. Whether it's social media, emails, or personal issues, staying focused on your goals can be challenging. Mental toughness requires the ability to block out distractions and stay laser-focused on what's important. This means developing the ability to ignore the noise and direct your energy toward your most important tasks. One key strategy to improve focus is setting clear and specific goals. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it becomes easier to stay focused and ignore distractions. Additionally, breaking your goals down into smaller, manageable tasks makes it easier to stay on track and avoid feeling overwhelmed. The ability to stay calm under pressure is another hallmark of mental toughness. It's easy to get flustered or anxious when things aren't going according to plan, but mentally tough individuals are able to maintain their composure and think clearly in stressful situations. They don't let their emotions control their actions. Instead, they take a step back, breathe, and approach the situation with a calm and rational mindset. One way to build this aspect of mental toughness is through mindfulness practices, such as meditation or deep breathing exercises. These practices help you manage stress, stay present, and regain control of your emotions when faced with challenges. Another important element of mental toughness is the ability to persevere through failure and setbacks. Failure is often seen as a negative experience, but mentally tough people view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Instead of allowing failure to defeat them, they use it as a stepping stone to improve their skills and approach. They understand that failure is not a reflection of their abilities, but rather a temporary setback that can be overcome with effort and determination. Perseverance is key to mental toughness because success is rarely achieved without encountering obstacles along the way. Those who are mentally tough understand that setbacks are part of the process and that success comes to those who continue pushing forward, even when things seem difficult. It is this resilience that allows mentally tough people to maintain progress, despite challenges. Confidence is another key component of mental toughness. Mentally tough people believe in their ability to succeed, even when faced with obstacles or setbacks. This confidence is not based on arrogance or overconfidence, but rather on a deep belief in their own capabilities. They trust in their skills, their work ethic, and their ability to overcome challenges. Building confidence requires self-reflection and self-assurance. When you acknowledge your past successes, reflect on your strengths, and remind yourself of your capabilities, you strengthen your belief in your ability to succeed. Another critical aspect of mental toughness is the willingness to take risks and step out of your comfort zone. Achieving success often requires taking calculated risks, trying new things, and embracing uncertainty. Mentally tough individuals are not afraid to take risks because they understand that growth occurs outside of their comfort zones. They are willing to push through fear and self-doubt to try something new, knowing that even if they fail, they will learn and grow from the experience. Taking risks is a vital part of the process, as it helps expand your skills, broaden your perspective, and open up new opportunities for growth. Mental toughness is also closely tied to the ability to manage your inner dialogue. Self-talk has a significant impact on how we perceive ourselves and our abilities. When you are faced with challenges, negative thoughts can creep in, telling you that you're not good enough, that you can't succeed, or that it's not worth the effort. Mentally tough people are able to recognize these negative thoughts and replace them with positive, empowering statements. Instead of thinking, "This is too hard, I'll never be able to do it," they reframe their thoughts to, "This is challenging, but I have the skills and the resilience to overcome it." By changing your inner dialogue, you shift your mindset from one of defeat to one of possibility and strength. One of the most powerful ways to build mental toughness is to develop a strong sense of purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you are doing what you are doing, it becomes easier to push through difficult moments. Purpose gives you the motivation and drive to keep going, even when you feel like giving up. It provides you with a deeper connection to your goals and helps you stay focused on the bigger picture. Mentally tough people are often deeply connected to their sense of purpose, and it is this connection that keeps them moving forward when times get tough. Developing mental toughness requires consistent effort and practice. It's not something that can be achieved overnight, but rather something that grows over time as you face challenges and overcome them. Each time you persevere through a setback, stay calm under pressure, or push through self-doubt, you build your mental toughness. Like any muscle, it becomes stronger with practice. To develop mental toughness, start by setting small challenges for yourself. Gradually increase the difficulty of these challenges as you grow more confident in your ability to handle adversity. Embrace the discomfort of pushing beyond your limits, knowing that each step forward makes you mentally tougher and more resilient. As you build your mental toughness, you will find that challenges and setbacks no longer hold the same power over you. You will develop the ability to stay calm, focused, and confident, even in the most difficult situations. Mental toughness is the key to pushing through obstacles, maintaining progress, and achieving long-term success. With consistent effort, self-reflection, and a positive mindset, you can build the mental strength needed to accomplish your goals and thrive in the face of adversity. Time management is one of the most important skills you can develop in order to achieve success and maintain a balanced life. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to feel overwhelmed by the demands of work, family, and personal goals. Time seems to slip away, and before you know it, the day is over, and you haven't accomplished what you set out to do. The key to managing time effectively is not about doing more in less time. It's about being intentional with your time, setting priorities, and using your time wisely. Effective time management allows you to focus on the things that matter most, reduce stress, and increase productivity. The first step in managing your time effectively is setting clear goals and priorities. Without clear goals, it's easy to become distracted and waste time on tasks that don't contribute to your overall objectives. Goals give you direction, and priorities help you determine what's most important to focus on. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it becomes easier to allocate your time and energy to the tasks that will bring you closer to your goal. Prioritizing is essential because not all tasks are equally important. There are always things that demand your attention, but not everything requires immediate action. The key is to distinguish between tasks that are urgent and those that are important. Urgent tasks might seem pressing, but they are not always aligned with your long-term goals. Important tasks, on the other hand, contribute directly to your objectives and have a lasting impact. Learn to prioritize tasks based on their importance, not just their urgency. A useful technique for prioritizing is the Eisenhower matrix, which divides tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. Tasks that fall into the important but not urgent category are often the ones that contribute most to your long-term success, so make sure to focus on them before they become urgent. Once you've identified your priorities, it's essential to create a plan and structure your day around them. This is where time blocking comes into play. Time blocking involves setting aside specific periods of time for specific tasks or activities. By scheduling your day in advance, you ensure that your most important tasks receive your full attention. It also helps you avoid wasting time deciding what to do next. Time blocking creates a sense of structure and discipline, making it easier to stay focused and avoid procrastination. When planning your day, be realistic about how much time each task will take. Overloading your schedule can lead to burnout and frustration, while underestimating the time needed can result in tasks being left unfinished. It's important to account for breaks and downtime to recharge, so you can maintain energy and focus throughout the day. Another important aspect of time management is minimizing distractions. Distractions are everywhere, and they can easily derail your plans and waste valuable time. Whether it's social media, emails, phone notifications, or noise in your environment, distractions can make it difficult to stay focused on the task at hand. One effective strategy for minimizing distractions is to create a dedicated workspace where you can focus without interruptions. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and set boundaries with people around you to protect your time. If you find it difficult to stay off social media or avoid checking emails constantly, try using apps or tools that block distractions during specific periods of time. The more you reduce distractions, the easier it becomes to stay focused and use your time effectively. Another helpful time management strategy is the Pomodoro technique. This method involves working in focused intervals, typically 25 minutes, followed by a short break. After completing 4 intervals, take a longer break. The Pomodoro technique works because it encourages sustained focus while preventing burnout. By working in short bursts, you maintain high levels of concentration without feeling overwhelmed. The frequent breaks allow you to recharge and return to your tasks with renewed energy. Time management also involves learning to say no. In a world where we are constantly asked to take on more tasks, projects, and commitments, it's easy to overextend ourselves. Saying yes to everything can leave us with no time for what truly matters. To manage your time effectively, you must learn to set boundaries and say no to things that don't align with your goals or priorities. Saying no is not about being selfish. It's about protecting your time and energy so that you can focus on the things that will have the greatest impact on your life. Time management also requires a mindset shift. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that you need to be busy all the time in order to be productive. However, being busy does not necessarily mean being productive. True productivity comes from focusing on the right tasks and using your time wisely, not from doing more tasks in less time. It's important to recognize that time is finite, and how you use it will determine your success. Time management is about making intentional choices, not simply filling your day with activity. One of the most common time management pitfalls is procrastination. We all procrastinate from time to time, but chronic procrastination can significantly impact your productivity and stress levels. The key to overcoming procrastination is to break tasks down into smaller, more manageable pieces. When a task feels overwhelming, it's easy to put it off, but when you break it into smaller, actionable steps, it becomes less daunting. Start by tackling the easiest or most enjoyable part of the task to build momentum. Once you've started, you'll find it easier to keep going. Another helpful strategy is to focus on the process, not the outcome. When you focus solely on the end result, the task can feel intimidating and cause procrastination. Instead, break the task down and focus on making progress one step at a time. Time management also involves learning to delegate. As you progress in your career or personal life, there will be tasks that can be handled by others, allowing you to focus on higher priority tasks. Delegation is not about passing off responsibility, but about recognizing where your time and energy are best spent. By entrusting others with tasks that don't require your direct involvement, you free up time to focus on what truly matters. Another important time management strategy is to regularly review your progress and adjust your plans as needed. At the end of each week, take some time to reflect on what you've accomplished and assess how effectively you used your time. Are there tasks that took longer than expected? Were there distractions that hindered your progress? Reviewing your time. The first step in managing your time effectively is setting clear goals and priorities. Without clear goals, it's easy to become distracted and waste time on tasks that don't contribute to your overall objectives. Goals give you direction, and priorities help you determine what's most important to focus on. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it becomes easier to allocate your time and energy to the tasks that will bring you closer to your goal. Prioritizing is essential because not all tasks are equally important. There are always things that demand your attention, but not everything requires immediate action. The key is to distinguish between tasks that are urgent and those that are important. Urgent tasks might seem pressing, but they are not always aligned with your long-term goals. Important tasks, on the other hand, contribute directly to your objectives and have a lasting impact. Learn to prioritize tasks based on their importance, not just their urgency. A useful technique for prioritizing is the Eisenhower matrix, which divides tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. Tasks that fall into the important but not urgent category are often the ones that contribute most to your long-term success, so make sure to focus on them before they become urgent. Once you've identified your priorities, it's essential to create a plan and structure your day around them. This is where time blocking comes into play. Time blocking involves setting aside specific periods of time for specific tasks or activities. By scheduling your day in advance, you ensure that your most important tasks receive your full attention. It also helps you avoid wasting time deciding what to do next. Time blocking creates a sense of structure and discipline, making it easier to stay focused and avoid procrastination. When planning your day, be realistic about how much time each task will take. Overloading your schedule can lead to burnout and frustration, while underestimating the time needed can result in tasks being left unfinished. It's important to account for breaks and downtime to recharge, so you can maintain energy and focus throughout the day. Another important aspect of time management is minimizing distractions. Distractions are everywhere, and they can easily derail your plans and waste valuable time. Whether it's social media, emails, phone notifications, or noise in your environment, Distractions can make it difficult to stay focused on the task at hand. One effective strategy for minimizing distractions is to create a dedicated workspace where you can focus without interruptions. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and set boundaries with people around you to protect your time. If you find it difficult to stay off social media or avoid checking emails constantly, try using apps or tools that block distractions during specific periods of time. The more you reduce distractions, the easier it becomes to stay focused and use your time effectively. Another helpful time management strategy is the Pomodoro technique. This method involves working in focused intervals, typically 25 minutes, followed by a short break. After completing 4 intervals, take a longer break. The Pomodoro technique works because it encourages sustained focus while preventing burnout. By working in short bursts, you maintain high levels of concentration without feeling overwhelmed. The frequent breaks allow you to recharge and return to your tasks with renewed energy. Time management also involves learning to say no. In a world where we are constantly asked to take on more tasks, projects, and commitments, it's easy to overextend ourselves. Saying yes to everything can leave us with no time for what truly matters. To manage your time effectively, you must learn to set boundaries and say no to things that don't align with your goals or priorities. Saying no is not about being selfish. It's about protecting your time and energy so that you can focus on the things that will have the greatest impact on your life. Time management also requires a mindset shift. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that you need to be busy all the time in order to be productive. However, being busy does not necessarily mean being productive. True productivity comes from focusing on the right tasks and using your time wisely, not from doing more tasks in less time. It's important to recognize that time is finite, and how you use it will determine your success. Time management is about making intentional choices, not simply filling your day with activity. One of the most common time management pitfalls is procrastination. We all procrastinate from time to time, but chronic procrastination can significantly impact your productivity and stress levels. The key to overcoming procrastination is to break tasks down into smaller, more manageable pieces. When a task feels overwhelming, it's easy to put it off, but when you break it into smaller, actionable steps, it becomes less daunting. Start by tackling the easiest or most enjoyable part of the task to build momentum. Once you've started, you'll find it easier to keep going. Another helpful strategy is to focus on the process, not the outcome. When you focus solely on the end result, the task can feel intimidating and cause procrastination. Instead, break the task down and focus on making progress one step at a time. Time management also involves learning to delegate. As you progress in your career or personal life, there will be tasks that can be handled by others, allowing you to focus on higher priority tasks. Delegation is not about passing off responsibility, but about recognizing where your time and energy are best spent. By entrusting others with tasks that don't require your direct involvement, you free up time to focus on what truly matters. Another important time management strategy is to regularly review your progress and adjust your plans as needed. At the end of each week, take some time to reflect on what you've accomplished and assess how effectively you used your time. Are there tasks that took longer than expected? Were there distractions that hindered your progress? Reviewing your time management practices allows you to make adjustments and improve your efficiency in the future. Time management is a skill that requires practice and consistency. The more you apply these strategies, the better you'll become at managing your time effectively. Remember that time is your most valuable resource, and how you use it determines your ability to achieve your goals. By setting clear priorities, creating a structured plan, minimizing distractions, and learning to say no, you can take control of your time and use it wisely to achieve success. Time management is one of the most important skills you can develop in order to achieve success and maintain a balanced life. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to feel overwhelmed by the demands of work, family, and personal goals. Time seems to slip away, and before you know it, the day is over, and you haven't accomplished what you set out to do. The key to managing time effectively is not about doing more in less time. It's about being intentional with your time, setting priorities, and using your time wisely. Effective time management allows you to focus on the things that matter most, reduce stress, and increase productivity. The first step in managing your time effectively is setting clear goals and priorities. Without clear goals, it's easy to become distracted and waste time on tasks that don't contribute to your overall objectives. Goals give you direction, and priorities help you determine what's most important to focus on. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it becomes easier to allocate your time and energy to the tasks that will bring you closer to your goal. Prioritizing is essential because not all tasks are equally important. There are always things that demand your attention, but not everything requires immediate action. The key is to distinguish between tasks that are urgent and those that are important. Urgent tasks might seem pressing, but they are not always aligned with your long-term goals. Important tasks, on the other hand, contribute directly to your objectives and have a lasting impact. Learn to prioritize tasks based on their importance, not just their urgency. A useful technique for prioritizing is the Eisenhower matrix, which divides tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. Tasks that fall into the important but not urgent category are often the ones that contribute most to your long-term success, so make sure to focus on them before they become urgent. Once you've identified your priorities, it's essential to create a plan and structure your day around them. This is where time blocking comes into play. Time blocking involves setting aside specific periods of time for specific tasks or activities. By scheduling your day in advance, you ensure that your most important tasks receive your full attention. It also helps you avoid wasting time deciding what to do next. Time blocking creates a sense of structure and discipline, making it easier to stay focused and avoid procrastination. When planning your day, be realistic about how much time each task will take. Overloading your schedule can lead to burnout and frustration, while underestimating the time needed can result in tasks being left unfinished. It's important to account for breaks and downtime to recharge, so you can maintain energy and focus throughout the day. Another important aspect of time management is minimizing distractions. Distractions are everywhere, and they can easily derail your plans and waste valuable time. Whether it's social media, emails, phone notifications, or noise in your environment, distractions can make it difficult to stay focused on the task at hand. One effective strategy for minimizing distractions is to create a dedicated workspace where you can focus without interruptions. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and set boundaries with people around you to protect your time. If you find it difficult to stay off social media or avoid checking emails constantly, try using apps or tools that block distractions during specific periods of time. The more you reduce distractions, the easier it becomes to stay focused and use your time effectively. Another helpful time management strategy is the Pomodoro technique. This method involves working in focused intervals, typically 25 minutes, followed by a short break. After completing 4 intervals, take a longer break. The Pomodoro technique works because it encourages sustained focus while preventing burnout. By working in short bursts, you maintain high levels of concentration without feeling overwhelmed. The frequent breaks allow you to recharge and return to your tasks with renewed energy. Time management also involves learning to say no. In a world where we are constantly asked to take on more tasks, projects, and commitments, it's easy to overextend ourselves. Saying yes to everything can leave us with no time for what truly matters. To manage your time effectively, you must learn to set boundaries and say no to things that don't align with your goals or priorities. Saying no is not about being selfish. It's about protecting your time and energy so that you can focus on the things that will have the greatest impact on your life. Time management also requires a mindset shift. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that you need to be busy all the time in order to be productive. However, being busy does not necessarily mean being productive. True productivity comes from focusing on the right tasks and using your time wisely, not from doing more tasks in less time. It's important to recognize that time is finite, and how you use it will determine your success. Time management is about making intentional choices, not simply filling your day with activity. One of the most common time management pitfalls is procrastination. We all procrastinate from time to time, but chronic procrastination can significantly impact your productivity and stress levels. The key to overcoming procrastination is to break tasks down into smaller, more manageable pieces. When a task feels overwhelming, it's easy to put it off, but when you break it into smaller, actionable steps, it becomes less daunting. Start by tackling the easiest or most enjoyable part of the task to build momentum. Once you've started, you'll find it easier to keep going. Another helpful strategy is to focus on the process, not the outcome. When you focus solely on the end result, the task can feel intimidating and cause procrastination. Instead, break the task down and focus on making progress one step at a time. Time management also involves learning to delegate. As you progress in your career or personal life, there will be tasks that can be handled by others, allowing you to focus on higher priority tasks. Delegation is not about passing off responsibility, but about recognizing where your time and energy are best spent. By entrusting others with tasks that don't require your direct involvement, you free up time to focus on what truly matters. Another important time management strategy is to regularly review your progress and adjust your plans as needed. At the end of each week, Take some time to reflect on what you've accomplished and assess how effectively you used your time. Are there tasks that took longer than expected? Were there distractions that hindered your progress? Reviewing your time management practices allows you to make adjustments and improve your efficiency in the future. Time management is a skill that requires practice and consistency. The more you apply these strategies, the better you'll become at managing your time effectively. Remember that time is your most valuable resource, and how you use it determines your ability to achieve your goals. By setting clear priorities, creating a structured plan, minimizing distractions, and learning to say no, you can take control of your time and use it wisely to achieve success. Consistency is one of the most powerful ingredients for achieving success, whether in personal growth, career, or any other aspect of life. The ability to maintain consistent effort, despite challenges or distractions, is what ultimately leads to long-term results. In many ways, consistency is more important than sheer talent or natural ability, because while talent can be limited or fleeting, consistency can be developed and maintained. Consistency is about building habits that lead to progress, staying committed even when things get tough, and trusting that small, steady efforts will lead to big rewards over time. One of the most common misconceptions is that success comes from bursts of intense effort or inspiration. While short-term motivation and hard work can lead to temporary success, it is the consistent, everyday actions that ultimately lead to lasting achievement. When you do something consistently, whether it's exercising, writing, studying, or working toward a professional goal, you build momentum. This momentum keeps you moving forward even when motivation wanes. The key to achieving consistency is creating routines and habits that support your goals. When something becomes a habit, it no longer requires the same level of effort to complete, and it becomes easier to stay consistent. For example, if your goal is to get fit, creating a daily exercise routine is crucial. It's not about working out intensely for a few days and then stopping, but about showing up every day even if it's just for a short workout. By building consistency into your daily routine, exercise becomes a habit, and the results will follow over time. The key to making consistency work for you is understanding that it's not about perfection but about persistence. There will be days when you don't feel motivated, or when life gets in the way of your plans. It's important to accept that setbacks will happen and that consistency isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up and doing your best, even when conditions aren't ideal. One strategy for maintaining consistency is setting small, achievable goals. Large, long-term goals can feel overwhelming, and the pressure to achieve them can cause us to lose motivation. Breaking your larger goal down into smaller, manageable steps allows you to focus on making consistent progress. Each small win along the way reinforces the habit, and over time, you'll find that your efforts accumulate into significant progress toward your larger goal. For example, if you want to write a book, start by setting a goal of writing 500 words every day. This small, consistent effort will add up over time, and before you know it, you'll have completed a significant portion of your book. Additionally, the habit of writing every day will make it easier to continue the process, even when the initial excitement begins to fade. Consistency also requires discipline. Discipline is the ability to stick with something, even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to put in the effort even when motivation is lacking. This is where self-discipline plays a critical role. Building self-discipline helps you stay consistent, especially on days when you're feeling distracted, tired, or unmotivated. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes to stay consistent, and the more resilient you become in the face of challenges. One way to build discipline is by creating a structured routine. When you know exactly what you need to do and when you need to do it, you eliminate the need for constant decision-making. This reduces mental fatigue and helps you stay focused on your work. For example, having a set time every day for exercise, work, or personal development creates a rhythm that becomes ingrained in your routine. Once a task becomes a regular part of your day, it takes less effort to stay consistent. Another way to ensure consistency is by tracking your progress. When you track your progress, you can see the results of your efforts, which helps you stay motivated. Tracking gives you a sense of accomplishment and reinforces the habit of consistency. Whether it's checking off tasks on a to-do list, logging workouts, or tracking milestones, seeing your progress in tangible form can help you stay committed to your goals. It's also important to celebrate small successes along the way. Recognizing your achievements, even if they seem minor, keeps you motivated and reinforces the habit of consistency. For example, if you've stuck to your exercise routine for a week, reward yourself with something small but meaningful like a favorite treat or an afternoon off. These small rewards serve as positive reinforcement, making it more likely that you will continue to stay consistent. One of the most powerful benefits of consistency is the compound effect. Consistency compounds your efforts over time, meaning that small actions taken consistently lead to large, cumulative results. For example, if you read for 20 minutes every day, you will have read for over 120 hours by the end of the year. The cumulative effect of small, consistent efforts adds up to remarkable results. This is true for all areas of life, whether you are saving money, learning a new skill, or working toward a professional goal. The key is that consistency turns what may seem like small, insignificant actions into something much bigger over time. Another benefit of consistency is the sense of confidence it builds. When you show up day after day and make progress toward your goals, you build trust in yourself and your abilities. You begin to realize that you are capable of achieving your goals, no matter how big or small. The more consistent you are, the more you reinforce the belief that you can follow through on your commitments and succeed. This confidence becomes a self-fulfilling cycle, where the more you achieve, the more motivated and confident you become, which makes it easier to stay consistent in the future. In contrast, when you lack consistency, it can erode your self-confidence. If you repeatedly start something and then abandon it before seeing results, you may begin to doubt your ability to follow through on commitments. This can lead to a cycle of frustration and self-doubt. The key to breaking this cycle is to build small wins and stay consistent, even when progress feels slow. Remember that success is not achieved overnight, but through persistent effort over time. Consistency also helps you stay aligned with your goals. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it can be easy to get distracted by other people's expectations, the latest trends, or short-term rewards. When you stay consistent, you stay focused on what matters most to you. Consistency keeps you on track, reminding you of your long-term vision and helping you avoid distractions that might derail your progress. One way to ensure that your consistency aligns with your goals is to regularly review and adjust your priorities. At the beginning of each week or month, take some time to reflect on your goals and assess your progress. Are you still on track? Are there areas where you could improve? Regular reflection helps you stay focused on your goals and adjust your approach as needed, ensuring that your consistent efforts are always directed toward the right things. In conclusion, consistency is the key to achieving long-term success. It is about building habits, staying disciplined, and showing up every day regardless of motivation. When you maintain consistent effort, even small actions lead to big results over time. Consistency helps you build momentum, track your progress, and develop self-confidence. By focusing on the process and making small, manageable steps every day, you ensure that you continue moving forward, even when the journey seems long. With consistency, you can achieve anything you set your mind to, and the results will follow. The ability to say no is one of the most essential skills for maintaining focus, protecting your time, and achieving your goals. In a world that constantly demands our attention, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer number of requests, opportunities, and obligations that come our way. From social events to work commitments, the pressure to say yes can often feel overwhelming. However, saying yes to everything comes at a cost. It can drain your energy, distract you from your priorities, and ultimately prevent you from achieving your long-term goals. Learning how to say no is about setting boundaries, protecting your time, and ensuring that your efforts are directed toward what truly matters. Saying no is not about being selfish, it's about being intentional with your time and energy. When you say no to things that do not align with your values, priorities, or goals, you are making space for the things that matter most. By saying no, you are affirming your commitment to your own objectives and ensuring that you are focused on what will bring you the most fulfillment and success. One of the first steps in learning to say no is recognizing that you cannot do everything. The human capacity for work, focus, and energy is limited, and no matter how much we may want to please others or take on every opportunity, our time and attention are finite. Trying to do it all can lead to burnout, stress, and a lack of progress on your most important goals. Understanding that you have the right to say no is empowering because it allows you to prioritize your well-being and personal growth. Saying no also requires knowing your values and priorities. When you are clear about what you want to achieve and what is important to you, it becomes easier to say no to things that don't align with those goals. For example, if your primary focus is building your career, saying no to social events that may interfere with your work or sleep is easier because you know that your career goals require your time and attention. Knowing your priorities helps you stay focused and avoid distractions that can pull you off course. Another challenge in learning to say no is dealing with guilt. Many people feel guilty about saying no, especially when they worry about disappointing others or letting them down. However, it's important to remember that saying no is not an act of rejection, it's an act of self-preservation. By saying no, you are taking responsibility for your own time and energy, and you are making sure that you have the capacity to give your best to the things that truly matter. It's essential to remember that you can't please everyone, and by saying yes to everything, you may end up disappointing yourself. Saying no is not about being rude or unkind, it's about being respectful of your own boundaries. You can decline an invitation, request, or offer with kindness and gratitude, without feeling the need to over-explain or justify your decision. You can simply say, "I appreciate the offer, but I am unable to commit to this at this time," or, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I need to prioritize other things right now." By responding politely and respectfully, you can maintain your relationships without overcommitting yourself. One of the most effective strategies for saying no is learning how to set boundaries. Boundaries are the limits you set for yourself in terms of what you are willing to accept, how much time and energy you are willing to give, and what you are willing to prioritize. When you set clear boundaries, you communicate to others, and to yourself, what is acceptable and what is not. Boundaries help you protect your time, energy, and focus, ensuring that you can prioritize what truly matters. Setting boundaries requires self-awareness and the ability to communicate your needs clearly. It may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you are used to saying yes to everything, but with practice, it becomes easier. You may need to say no to extra tasks at work, social obligations, or personal requests that take away from your time and energy. The more you practice saying no and setting boundaries, the more confident you will become in asserting your needs. It's important to understand that setting boundaries is not just about saying no to others, it's also about saying yes to yourself. By setting boundaries, you are giving yourself permission to focus on your own goals, needs, and well-being. It's about respecting your own time and making sure that you are living in alignment with your values and priorities. When you say no to things that aren't a good fit for you, you are saying yes to the things that truly matter, whether that's personal growth, health, family, or work goals. A key part of saying no is recognizing when it's time to delegate tasks or share responsibilities with others. In many cases, we say yes to things because we feel it's our duty to do everything ourselves. However, delegating is an important skill that allows you to free up time and energy to focus on more important tasks. Delegation is not a sign of weakness or lack of competence. It's a sign of strength and awareness of your limits. By delegating tasks, you can ensure that your time is spent on things that align with your goals, while also allowing others to contribute and share the workload. In addition, delegation can be a valuable tool for building strong relationships and fostering teamwork. Learning to say no also involves knowing when to be flexible. There may be times when saying no is not possible or when it's important to accommodate certain requests. However, in those situations, it's crucial to assess whether saying yes will help you achieve your goals or hinder your progress. If saying yes to something will cause you to overextend yourself or take away from your focus, it may be necessary to set limits or renegotiate the terms. For example, if you agree to take on a project at work, but the timeline conflicts with your personal priorities, you can ask for an extension or adjust the scope of the project. Flexibility allows you to make adjustments without compromising your goals or well-being. Another important consideration in saying no is the ability to reflect on your time commitments regularly. Over time, your goals, priorities, and values may shift, and it's essential to reassess where your time and energy are best spent. By regularly evaluating your commitments, you can ensure that you are aligning your efforts with your long-term goals. If you find that you are overcommit or spending time on things that are no longer serving you, it may be time to start saying no more often and reprioritize your efforts. In conclusion, learning to say no is an essential skill for managing your time, staying focused on your goals, and protecting your well-being. By setting boundaries, prioritizing your needs, and practicing self-awareness, you can say no with confidence and kindness, ensuring that you have the time and energy to focus on what truly matters. Saying no is not about being negative or selfish. It's about being intentional with your time and making sure that you are living a life that is aligned with your values and aspirations. Patience is one of the most powerful virtues you can develop on the path to success. In a world where instant gratification is often the norm, patience can feel like a rare and difficult quality to cultivate. However, patience is essential for long-term growth and achievement. Success rarely happens overnight, and the most meaningful accomplishments are often the result of sustained effort over time. Patience allows you to endure setbacks, stay focused on your long-term vision, and trust that your hard work will eventually pay off. It is a key component of resilience, perseverance, and emotional balance. Patience is about learning to trust the process and understanding that results take time. Whether you're working toward a career goal, personal development, or building meaningful relationships, the journey is rarely quick or easy. Patience is the ability to stay committed to your goals, even when progress is slow or when obstacles arise. Ultimate destination. Involves trusting that every step, no matter how small, avoid the trap of moving you closer to which can lead to frustration, stress, and poor decision-making. Instead of rushing to achieve your goals, patience allows you to remain steady and focused on the tasks that will help you build a solid foundation for long-term success. One of the key aspects of patience is learning to manage your expectations. It's important to set realistic expectations for yourself and understand that the process of achieving anything meaningful takes time. When you set high expectations for immediate results, you may become discouraged when progress is slower than anticipated. By managing your expectations, you allow yourself to enjoy the journey rather than fixating solely on the outcome. Setting realistic goals that are broken down into manageable steps can help you track progress and maintain motivation. Another crucial aspect of patience is the ability to endure setbacks without losing momentum. Setbacks are an inevitable part of life, and they can often feel discouraging. However, how you respond to setbacks is what determines your ability to succeed. Mentally strong and patient individuals understand that setbacks are temporary and that they are an opportunity to learn and grow. When you face obstacles, patience allows you to remain calm, reflect on the situation, and adapt your approach. Rather than giving up, you are able to stay focused on the bigger picture and adjust your actions accordingly. Cultivating patience also helps you develop emotional intelligence. Impulsive reactions, such as frustration or anger, can derail your progress and hinder your ability to think clearly. Patience, on the other hand, allows you to regulate your emotions and maintain a clear, rational perspective. When you are patient, you are less likely to be swayed by temporary emotions, and more likely to make decisions that align with your long-term goals. This emotional regulation enhances your ability to deal with challenges in a calm, composed manner. One way to develop patience is by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you become more aware of the present moment and encourages you to embrace the process rather than focus solely on the outcome. When you practice mindfulness, you learn to let go of impatience and focus on what you can control in the present. This allows you to enjoy the journey and appreciate the small successes along the way. By embracing mindfulness, you cultivate the ability to stay patient, even when things are not progressing as quickly as you'd like. Another helpful technique for building patience is learning to reframe your perspective. When you encounter a difficult or frustrating situation, it's easy to get caught up in negative thinking. However, reframing the situation can help you see it in a more positive light. For example, instead of thinking, "This is taking forever, I'll never succeed," you can reframe the thought to, "This process is taking time, but each day I am learning and getting closer to my goal." This shift in perspective helps you stay patient and focused on the progress you are making, rather than on how long it's taking. Patience also requires learning to manage your impulses. In many areas of life, there are temptations to seek instant rewards, whether it's the lure of social media, the desire for quick results, or the temptation to give up when things get tough. Patience helps you resist these impulses and stay focused on the long-term rewards that come from sustained effort. It is the ability to delay gratification and stay committed to your goals, even when immediate rewards are not in sight. Developing this ability to resist impulses and stay disciplined is a crucial component of patience. One of the most important benefits of patience is that it allows you to appreciate the process of growth. When you're patient, you recognize that success is not just about the end result, but also about the lessons you learn, the skills you develop, and the person you become along the way. The journey itself holds immense value, and when you approach it with patience, you are able to enjoy the small wins and find fulfillment in the process. Patience also helps you avoid burnout. In a world that often encourages constant hustle and urgency, it can be easy to push yourself too hard in the pursuit of success. However, this approach can lead to exhaustion, stress, and burnout. Patience allows you to recognize when you need to take a step back, rest, and recharge. By pacing yourself and giving yourself time to recover, you are able to maintain your energy, avoid burnout, and stay consistent in your efforts over the long term. Another important aspect of patience is the ability to give others the time and space they need to grow and develop. In relationships, whether personal or professional, patience allows you to be understanding and supportive as others work through their own challenges. Patience helps you avoid rushing others, judging them prematurely, or pushing them to meet your expectations. Instead, you give them the space to grow at their own pace, just as you would want for yourself. Finally, patience enables you to develop a deeper sense of gratitude. When you are patient, you begin to appreciate the small moments, the process of learning, and the gradual progress that leads to success. This gratitude helps you stay grounded and focused on what you've already achieved, rather than obsessing over what you haven't yet accomplished. Patience fosters a mindset of abundance, where you see the value in the journey and trust that good things take time. In conclusion, patience is an essential quality for achieving long-term success and personal growth. It allows you to manage setbacks, maintain emotional balance, and stay focused on your goals. Patience helps you develop resilience, emotional intelligence, and mindfulness, and it enables you to appreciate the process of growth. By learning to embrace patience, you can avoid frustration, stay motivated, and build a strong foundation for success. Remember, success is not a race. It's a journey that requires persistence, resilience, and above all, patience. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed over time through effort, learning, and perseverance. This mindset is in stark contrast to a fixed mindset, which assumes that our abilities are static and cannot be changed. Adopting a growth mindset is one of the most powerful tools for personal development and success. When we approach challenges and setbacks with a growth mindset, we view them as opportunities to learn and improve, rather than as signs of failure. A growth mindset shifts the focus from the outcome to the process, allowing us to embrace difficulties and embrace the effort needed to succeed. One of the key components of a growth mindset is the belief that effort leads to improvement. People with a growth mindset understand that success is not a result of innate talent or intelligence, but rather a result of sustained effort, practice, and learning. Whether it's in school, at work, or in a personal endeavor, they believe that by putting in the time and energy, they can improve their skills and capabilities. This belief helps them stay motivated and focused on continuous improvement, even when they face challenges. One of the ways to develop a growth mindset is by reframing failure as an opportunity to learn. People with a fixed mindset often view failure as a reflection of their inherent abilities. If they fail, they believe it means they are not good enough. In contrast, those with a growth mindset see failure as a temporary setback that provides valuable feedback. Rather than viewing mistakes as something to be ashamed of, they view them as a necessary part of the learning process. Failure becomes an opportunity to identify areas for improvement, adjust strategies, and continue moving forward. The key is to not let failure define you but to use it as fuel for growth. Another aspect of a growth mindset is the ability to embrace challenges. People with a fixed mindset often avoid challenges because they fear failure or because they believe their abilities are fixed. In contrast, those with a growth mindset actively seek out challenges, knowing that they are opportunities to learn and grow. They understand that by taking on difficult tasks, they can stretch their abilities and gain new skills. Embracing challenges also helps build resilience, as facing difficulties head-on allows us to develop the mental strength needed to persevere through adversity. Developing a growth mindset also involves changing the way we think about effort. Many people with a fixed mindset believe that if something is difficult or requires a lot of effort, it must not be something they are naturally good at. However, people with a growth mindset understand that effort is the key to mastery. They don't shy away from hard work. Rather, they embrace it as an essential part of the process. They believe that with effort, dedication, and persistence, they can overcome obstacles and achieve their goals. This belief helps them remain motivated even when things get tough. A growth mindset also encourages the belief in the power of yet. When faced with a challenge, those with a growth mindset say, "I can't do this, yet." This simple word acknowledges that, while you may not have the skills or knowledge right now, with time and effort, you will get there. This mindset removes the idea of a fixed limit and replaces it with the understanding that progress is always possible. The power of yet allows you to remain hopeful and focused on growth, rather than on the limitations you might perceive. One of the most important benefits of a growth mindset is the ability to maintain motivation in the face of adversity. Life is full of obstacles, and the road to success is rarely smooth. People with a growth mindset are more likely to persevere through challenges because they see setbacks as a normal part of the journey. They remain focused on the process, trusting that their efforts will eventually lead to improvement. This persistence helps them stay motivated even when progress seems slow or difficult. In contrast, those with a fixed mindset may become discouraged when faced with obstacles, as they see challenges as proof that they lack the ability to succeed. One way to cultivate a growth mindset is to practice self-reflection. Regularly reflecting on your efforts, progress, and areas for improvement can help you stay focused on growth. Instead of focusing solely on outcomes or external validation, ask yourself questions like, "What did I learn from this experience?" Or, "How can I improve next time?" This self-awareness allows you to identify patterns, strengths, and areas for development, helping you move forward with purpose. Another way to strengthen your growth mindset is by surrounding yourself with people who encourage growth and learning. Seek out mentors, peers, or communities that share a growth mindset and are committed to continuous improvement. These people can provide support, feedback, and inspiration to help you stay motivated and focused on your goals. Engaging with others who are also on a path of growth can help reinforce your belief that you, too, can continue developing and improving. It's also important to celebrate progress along the way. People with a growth mindset understand that success is a journey, not a destination. Celebrating small wins and acknowledging the effort and progress you've made helps keep you motivated and focused on continuous improvement. By recognizing how far you've come, you reinforce the idea that progress is possible, and you are encouraged to keep moving forward. Developing a growth mindset also involves becoming comfortable with discomfort. Growth often requires stepping outside of your comfort zone and trying new things, which can feel uncomfortable and uncertain. However, people with a growth mindset understand that discomfort is a sign of progress. It means you are stretching your abilities and developing new skills. Rather than avoiding discomfort, they embrace it as a necessary part of the learning process. Over time, they become more resilient and adaptable, able to face challenges with confidence and determination. In conclusion, adopting a growth mindset is essential for achieving long-term success and personal development. By reframing failure as a learning opportunity, embracing challenges and valuing effort and persistence, you can cultivate a mindset that empowers you to reach your fullest potential. A growth mindset helps you stay motivated, develop resilience, and approach challenges with confidence. Remember that your abilities are not fixed, they can be developed and expanded over time. Embrace the journey of growth, and you will unlock your true potential. Skills. Rather than avoiding discomfort, they embrace it as a necessary part of the learning process. Over time, they become more resilient and adaptable, able to face challenges with confidence and determination. In conclusion, adopting a growth mindset is essential for achieving long-term success and personal development. By reframing failure as a learning opportunity, embracing challenges and valuing effort and persistence, you can cultivate a mindset that empowers you to reach your fullest potential. A growth mindset helps you stay motivated, develop resilience, and approach challenges with confidence. Remember that your abilities are not fixed, they can be developed and expanded over time. Embrace the journey of growth, and you will unlock your true potential. Resilience is one of the most important traits for overcoming obstacles and staying focused on long-term goals. It is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to challenges, and keep moving forward despite adversity. Life is full of unpredictable events, and the road to success is rarely smooth. Whether you're facing personal hardships, professional challenges, or unforeseen setbacks, resilience allows you to keep your focus and perseverance intact. The key to resilience is not avoiding difficulties but learning how to navigate them effectively, emerging stronger and more determined each time. One of the fundamental aspects of resilience is having a positive mindset. Resilient individuals tend to view challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than as insurmountable obstacles. Instead of being overwhelmed by adversity, they maintain a sense of optimism and hope that they can overcome the difficulty. This mindset helps them stay focused on solutions, rather than becoming paralyzed by problems. When faced with a challenge, resilient individuals ask themselves, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can I use this experience to grow?" This positive and constructive approach enables them to persevere in the face of difficulties. Another important aspect of resilience is emotional regulation. When we face setbacks, it's easy to become frustrated, anxious, or discouraged. However, resilient individuals are able to manage their emotions and avoid letting negative feelings control their actions. Emotional regulation allows them to stay calm under pressure, think clearly, and make rational decisions. They understand that emotions like frustration and disappointment are natural, but they don't let these emotions dictate their behavior. By practicing mindfulness, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence, resilient individuals are able to navigate challenging situations with composure and clarity. Resilience also involves maintaining a sense of purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you are working toward your goals, it becomes easier to push through difficulties. A sense of purpose provides motivation and direction, even in the face of obstacles. Resilient people are deeply connected to their goals, values, and passions, and they are driven by the desire to fulfill their purpose. When times get tough, this connection to a greater sense of meaning helps them stay focused and committed, knowing that their efforts are aligned with their larger vision. Building resilience also requires cultivating adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and plans often need to change in response to unforeseen circumstances. Resilient individuals are flexible and open to adjusting their strategies when necessary. They understand that sticking rigidly to a plan that no longer works is counterproductive. Instead, they are willing to evaluate the situation, pivot if necessary, and embrace new approaches. This adaptability helps them maintain momentum, even when things don't go as planned. One of the key strategies for building resilience is developing strong social support systems. Having a network of supportive friends, family members, colleagues, or mentors can make a huge difference when facing challenges. Resilient individuals don't isolate themselves in times of hardship. They seek out support and guidance from others. Whether it's talking to a trusted friend, seeking advice from a mentor, or joining a community of like-minded individuals, social support provides encouragement, perspective, and reassurance. Being able to share struggles and receive help from others can alleviate stress and provide new insights that help you overcome obstacles. Resilience also involves the ability to set realistic expectations and practice self-compassion. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as expected, but resilient individuals understand that setbacks are a normal part of the process. They are not overly critical of themselves when things don't go as planned, and they give themselves permission to make mistakes. Instead of viewing setbacks as a reflection of failure, they see them as an opportunity to learn and improve. Self-compassion allows them to maintain a sense of self-worth, even during difficult times. They understand that resilience is not about being perfect but about persevering through difficulties with a compassionate and understanding attitude. Building resilience also requires the ability to take responsibility for your actions and decisions. While it's natural to want to blame others or external circumstances for our struggles, resilient individuals take ownership of their responses to adversity. They recognize that while they may not have control over every situation, they do have control over how they respond. Taking responsibility allows them to remain empowered, rather than feeling helpless or victimized by circumstances. This sense of agency strengthens their resilience and helps them take proactive steps toward overcoming challenges. Another important component of resilience is maintaining a growth mindset. As mentioned earlier, a growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. This mindset is essential for resilience because it encourages individuals to view challenges as opportunities to improve rather than as roadblocks. When you have a growth mindset, you believe that setbacks are not permanent but are part of the learning process. This belief allows you to approach obstacles with a sense of curiosity and determination, knowing that each difficulty provides valuable lessons for your personal and professional growth. Resilience also involves taking care of yourself physically and mentally. Physical health plays a crucial role in how we respond to stress and adversity. Regular exercise, adequate sleep, and a healthy diet provide the foundation for emotional and mental resilience. When we are physically well, we are better equipped to handle stress, make clear decisions, and stay focused on our goals. Additionally, engaging in activities that promote mental well-being, such as meditation, journaling, or engaging in hobbies, helps to reduce stress and increase emotional resilience. One of the most important things to remember about resilience is that it is not a trait that you are either born with or without. Resilience is a skill that can be developed over time. The more you practice resilience, by embracing challenges, managing your emotions, maintaining a sense of purpose, and seeking support, the stronger your resilience becomes. Over time, as you face and overcome difficulties, you build a reservoir of resilience that helps you navigate future challenges with greater ease. In conclusion, resilience is a critical factor in achieving long-term success and personal growth. It allows you to bounce back from setbacks, stay focused on your goals, and adapt to change. By maintaining a positive mindset, regulating your emotions, nurturing your support systems, and practicing self-compassion, you can develop the resilience needed to overcome obstacles and keep moving forward. Resilience is not about avoiding adversity, but about developing the strength to face it head-on and emerge stronger each time. With resilience, you can achieve anything, no matter the challenges you face along the way. Celebrating small wins is an often overlooked but crucial part of personal development and achieving long-term success. In the pursuit of big goals, it's easy to get caught up in the destination and forget to acknowledge the progress you've made along the way. The journey to success can be long, and without recognizing the small victories, you may become disheartened and lose motivation. Celebrating small wins provides you with positive reinforcement, boosts your confidence, and helps maintain your momentum. These small celebrations serve as reminders that you are making progress, even when the bigger goal still feels far away. One of the primary benefits of celebrating small wins is that it helps you stay motivated. When you set a big goal, such as writing a book, starting a business, or losing weight, the outcome can seem distant and overwhelming. The road to achieving such goals often requires sustained effort, and progress can feel slow. However, by acknowledging the small milestones along the way, whether it's completing a chapter, reaching a sales target, or losing a few pounds, you create moments of success that help maintain your drive. Recognizing these small victories reinforces the idea that your efforts are paying off and that you're capable of achieving your larger goal. Celebrating small wins also allows you to build positive momentum. Momentum is a powerful force that propels you forward and makes it easier to continue taking action. When you celebrate each step along the way, you reinforce the habits and behaviors that are leading you toward your goal. The more you celebrate progress, the more motivated you become to keep going. This creates a cycle of success where each small win builds on the previous one, ultimately leading to the achievement of your larger goal. Another important reason to celebrate small wins is that it helps you develop a mindset of gratitude and self-compassion. In our goal-oriented culture, it's easy to focus only on what hasn't been achieved yet and to overlook the progress that has been made. Celebrating small wins encourages you to shift your focus from what's missing to what's been accomplished. It helps you appreciate the effort you've put in and the steps you've taken toward success. This sense of gratitude boosts your confidence and strengthens your belief in your ability to reach your ultimate goal. One way to celebrate small wins is to set up a reward system for yourself. Rewards provide a tangible acknowledgement of your progress and offer motivation to keep moving forward. The rewards can be simple, such as taking a break, enjoying a treat, or doing something you enjoy after completing a task or hitting a milestone. By setting up rewards, you create an incentive structure that keeps you motivated and engaged in the process. The key is to ensure that the reward is meaningful and proportionate to the effort. Another way to celebrate small wins is through reflection. Take time to acknowledge and appreciate the progress you've made. Reflecting on what you've accomplished helps you gain perspective on the journey and reminds you that success is not just about the end result, but also about the growth and lessons learned along the way. Keep a journal or create a checklist where you can document your achievements, no matter how small. This allows you to track your progress and reminds you of how far you've come. Celebrating small wins is also a way to reinforce your commitment to your goals. When you acknowledge the milestones you've reached, you remind yourself of your purpose and why you're working toward your goal in the first place. This helps you stay focused and prevents you from losing sight of your larger objective. Small wins keep you connected to the bigger picture and give you the energy and determination to keep pushing forward. Another important aspect of celebrating small wins is that it fosters a sense of pride and accomplishment. When you complete a task or achieve a small goal, take a moment to recognize your efforts and give yourself credit. This sense of accomplishment strengthens your confidence and reinforces the belief that you are capable of achieving even bigger goals. It builds your self-esteem and helps you develop a more positive and resilient mindset. Small wins also encourage a growth-oriented mindset. Acknowledging small successes allows you to see the value in the process and the progress you're making, rather than just focusing on the end result. This mindset encourages continuous improvement and helps you stay engaged in the journey. Rather than seeking instant gratification or becoming frustrated with slow progress, you learn to embrace the process and appreciate the incremental steps that lead to success. In a world where we often measure success by final outcomes, celebrating small wins helps to redefine what success looks like. Success is not just about reaching the end goal but about the continuous effort, growth, and learning that take place along the way. By celebrating small wins, you recognize that success is a series of steps, not just one big leap. This shift in perspective helps you stay motivated, positive, and engaged even when the end goal feels far off. In conclusion, celebrating small wins is an essential practice for maintaining motivation, building momentum, and staying focused on your goals. By acknowledging and rewarding your progress, you reinforce positive behaviors, boost your confidence, and strengthen your belief in your ability to succeed. Small wins create a cycle of success that keeps you moving forward, and they help you develop a mindset of gratitude, self-compassion, and continuous improvement. Remember that success is not just about the final result, it's about the progress you make along the way, and every small win brings you one step closer to your ultimate goal. Staying true to your values is one of the most powerful ways to create a fulfilling and meaningful life. Our values define who we are, guide our decisions, and provide us with a sense of purpose and direction. When we live in alignment with our values, we experience greater satisfaction, clarity, and confidence. However, in today's world, it can be easy to become distracted by external pressures, societal expectations, or the opinions of others. Staying true to your values requires conscious effort and the ability to prioritize what is truly important to you, even when it may not be the most popular or convenient choice. Your values are the foundation of your personal identity. They are the principles, beliefs, and ideals that guide your decisions and shape your behavior. For example, if one of your core values is integrity, you will likely prioritize honesty and transparency in your relationships and decisions. If personal growth is a key value, you will seek out opportunities to learn, develop, and challenge yourself. When you live according to your values, you experience a deep sense of authenticity. You feel true to yourself, and your actions are in harmony with your beliefs. This alignment leads to greater peace of mind and emotional well-being, as you are not constantly torn between what you truly believe and what others expect of you. One of the first steps in staying true to your values is identifying them. Take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you in life. What do you stand for? What principles do you hold dear? These values may include honesty, kindness, family, loyalty, freedom, creativity, adventure, or any number of other ideals. Once you have identified your values, write them down and make a commitment to honor them in every aspect of your life. Your values serve as your personal compass, helping you navigate challenges and decisions with clarity and confidence. Another important aspect of staying true to your values is learning to say no to things that don't align with your principles. It can be easy to say yes to opportunities, people, or situations that don't reflect your values, especially if you feel pressure from others or fear missing out. However, saying yes to things that don't align with your values can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction, resentment, and frustration. It can also cause you to lose sight of what is truly important to you. Saying no is a way of protecting your time, energy, and integrity. It's about setting boundaries and prioritizing the things that are in alignment with your values. When you say no to something that doesn't serve your values, you are saying yes to yourself and your priorities. Living in alignment with your values also requires self-awareness and reflection. Regularly assess whether your actions, decisions, and behaviors align with your values. Are you living in a way that is congruent with what you believe? Are you making choices that reflect your principles? Self-reflection helps you stay mindful of your values and ensures that you are living intentionally. It also provides an opportunity to course-correct if you find that you have drifted away from your core beliefs. In addition to self-awareness, staying true to your values requires courage. It often takes courage to make decisions that honor your values, especially when those choices are difficult or unpopular. For example, if one of your values is honesty, you may need to have difficult conversations with others, even if it's uncomfortable. If one of your values is work-life balance, you may need to set boundaries with your job or colleagues, even if it means turning down extra work. Courage is about standing up for what you believe in even when it's hard. It's about being willing to make sacrifices or take risks in order to stay true to your values. Another way to stay true to your values is by surrounding yourself with people who share similar principles. The people you spend time with can have a profound impact on your behavior, mindset, and decisions. When you surround yourself with individuals who share your values, you create a supportive and encouraging environment where your values are reinforced. These relationships help you stay grounded and remind you of what's truly important. They also provide accountability as you can turn to others for guidance, support, and affirmation when you face challenges. Staying true to your values also means being authentic and true to yourself, even in situations where it may be easier to conform to the expectations of others. Society, social media, and external pressures can often create unrealistic standards of success, beauty, or behavior. It can be tempting to follow these trends or try to fit in, but doing so often leads to feelings of emptiness or disconnection. When you stay true to your values, you are free to embrace your uniqueness and live authentically. You don't have to conform to anyone else's standards or live up to external expectations. Instead, you focus on what truly matters to you and live in alignment with your beliefs and principles. Another important aspect of staying true to your values is practicing consistency. Consistency is the key to reinforcing your values in your daily life. It's not enough to just identify your values or state that you believe in them. You must also consistently act in ways that reflect those values. For example, if one of your values is kindness, make sure you are regularly showing kindness to others, whether in your actions, words, or attitude. If personal growth is important to you, make learning a consistent part of your routine. When you make values-driven actions a daily habit, they become an integral part of who you are. This consistency builds integrity and reinforces the alignment between your values and your behavior. Lastly, staying true to your values requires resilience. Life can be unpredictable, and there will be times when external pressures or obstacles challenge your commitment to your values. There may be moments when you feel tempted to compromise your principles or take shortcuts. In these moments, resilience is what helps you stay grounded and committed to what truly matters. It's about bouncing back when faced with challenges and remaining steadfast in your beliefs, no matter the circumstances. Resilience allows you to stay focused on your values, even when it's difficult, and continue moving forward in a way that honors your principles. In conclusion, staying true to your values is a powerful way to create a meaningful and fulfilling life. When you live in alignment with your values, you experience greater authenticity, satisfaction, and clarity. By identifying your values, setting boundaries, practicing self-awareness, and surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, you can stay focused on what truly matters. Staying true to your values may require courage, resilience, and consistency, but the rewards are worth it. When you live authentically, you create a life that is true to who you are, and you build a foundation for long-term success and happiness.